Alright, what's going on, guys? It's still yesterday, and I'm sick and tired of seeing this argument, so I'm gonna have to lay everything to rest, right? I've been seeing it for weeks now. I've heard it for weeks from people, back and forth, right? Back and forth, just going at it. And, you know, I avoid making videos on arguments like this that no one's gonna fucking agree on. But I have to lay this to rest right now, because people have been arguing for weeks. And the argument is between the controller players and the keyboard and mouse players. Notice how I'm saying controller and keyboard and mouse and not console and PC, because this isn't a platform problem. This is a player problem, right? Now listen, when it comes to platform, I don't give a fuck what you play on. Play on PS4, play on Xbox, play on PC, play on fucking Switch if you got it, play on whatever you want, right? But there is this like cancerous problem that I have just refused, like this, the end of it will never be reached, because it's just two groups of absolute fucking nerds just beating up on each other, right? And all I hear the whole fucking time is aim assist is OP, or aim assist is not OP. And let me just put this down right now. Listen, I'm not on any one input device, right? I just got off World War II playing for like 3 or 4 hours with playing with Bills. He's a close friend of mine, right? So I was on Xbox World War II for hours, right? Playing World War II. And now I'm on here. Now I'm on Modern Warfare, and I play Modern Warfare on PC, so I'm just using keyboard and mouse. So I don't want people to think I'm just on one platform insulting or defending the other, right? So I'm on both. I'm on 2 different platforms, 2 different input devices. And I don't understand how these people who claim to be like top tier players, claim to be as good as like the best of the best, are sitting here. I'm not playing Scrapyard. I don't want to play Scrapyard. Are sitting here. Yes, I'm the fucking best of the best. I am so fucking good, but I can't compete in a game because some person on a controller has aim assist and I don't. There is no way you're as good as you're claiming to be and dying this much to an input device. All that blame is on the input device. I do not get it. And I've heard some really dumb arguments about it. Listen, I think the fucking solution is, if it's that bad, just take it out. Just take out aim assist, right? I played World War II for 2 years. I used fucking Springfield and all that shit. Didn't use aim assist on that for like 2 years, right? So I'm pretty sure controller players, the good ones, can compete without it, right? I don't think it's this hard concept to grasp. Aim assist isn't needed to compete, right? I think we can all like understand that. Like here, I'll just do a quick example, right? We're gonna go into a custom match because I can switch between keyboard, mouse, and controller on here pretty easy. All I have to do is sync up my Xbox controller. We'll just see. Let's set up one bot on just like a 10-minute TDM game. So I'm gonna load into this game. I'm gonna sync up my controller real quick. All right, so we switched to controller. You see I got my controller right here. Right here, you see it? Got it connected. We can use it, right? Now I gotta go find the bar, right? Now you'll see when probably too far away for it to kick in. Now let's just get up close to this bar, right? Now my ADS sensitivity, like you could, there's a lot more control with controller on here, so I was gonna show on World War II, but I didn't really feel like getting on 2 different platforms to show it. Here you guys see, like here's the bot. He's kind of shooting at me, so I have to like run away from him for a second. Now you see if I aim at him, right? Yeah, let me get a good example right here. See if I aim it, like you can see the slowdown, right? You know, just a decent slowdown. Now let's switch over to keyboard mouse. I mean, I know everyone who has a brain cell understands what aim assist is and is not. You see, I mean, I go over here, look at him, like regardless of how close I can get, you know, you see absolutely nothing. You know, see, I know I keep getting killed by the bot, so it doesn't even matter, like, you know, but you see, like there's no such thing as slowdown right here, right? So, you know, I can sit here and go around them, you know, whatever, no aim assist, right? But apparently for PC players, that little bit of slowdown, you know, let me try to emulate it. Like, you see, like what it's really like, you know, I can't emulate it because I can't just slow down my hand, you know. Apparently, you know, like to these crazy, like apparently professional keyboard mouse players out here, it's just a full-on lock-on, right? Like, you know, they can't do nothing. This is basically how keyboard mouse players see that aim assist right here. This bot right here, you know, right up on him, spinning around, nothing happens. But you know, apparently somehow the controller players getting that, you know, that little tiny bit of slowdown, you know, just that you know, apparently the slowdown on a controller might as well fucking lock on to people, right? Like I'm no professional keyboard mouse aimer, right? So I can't do any crazy like clicks on to people, you know. But like, I know what you might be thinking, right? I know what you might be thinking. That aim assist slowdown is that's pretty slow, right? You know that would help you aim a lot, you know, on someone who's standing still like this, the bot Tylee over here. But when all it does is slow down your aim, doesn't do much when like half the people in your lobby are like sprint, jumping, sliding, jump, sprint, slide, jump, slight drop, jump, slide, jump, slide. The slowdown ain't gonna do that much at that point, right? People have this idea that somehow, I don't know how this works, but apparently ways to doing good in a game, right, is how good your aim is, right? Like, you know, fucking goated player right there, you know, obviously best aim in the game. Shroud, where you at? I don't know where this idea that aiming is everything. I'm not gonna say aim isn't important. I'm not gonna say that if you're going around that you're ever gonna be good. But there's a lot of difference between having really shit aim and having average aim. Because like, listen, especially when it comes to games like COD, right? I know there's other examples of shit, right? Like there's completely other examples that are just dumb, like whatever, people can't move nearly as well. But like in COD, right, if people moved around like this, you know, aiming around the corners and just moving, no movement whatsoever, we're just slugging around left, right, slugging around. See us where we're going. Then maybe your aim would be the most important thing in your arsenal, right? But you can have garbage aim and have the greatest movement in the game. You know, you're jumping around, you're sliding on them, you slide cancel, pop over, drop them, you slide, you're doing all this crazy shit, right? Oh, there's someone over there. Oh, it popped him. Now you move around, you drop shotting people, fucking like jump shotting people, you know, just like all the movement, right? Like you don't need to have crazy aim to have good movement, right? Like you can even do it like jumping around hip firing or jumping around drop shotting, you know, hip firing and stuff, where your aim is, they're so thrown off by just the in-game accuracy of guns at that point, like, and still like hit people like that. I mean, it's just a bot, I understand, like it's just one bot running around. Like, he's not gonna, like, do that much to me anyway, right? But you see, I would love to take the argument a bit more at heart if the people who were arguing about it were, like, actually the fucking greatest in the world right now. I'm gonna have to switch over real quick. So you have to give me a second. Alright, so now you see we're on an aim trainer. We're not on Kovacs because Anima's on his Steam and we game share, and I don't have Kovacs. So this is what we have to work with right here. But like, listen, you know, if you were like the craziest, you know, PC player making an argument, you know, I can at least understand where you're coming from because you're like an actual top tier player. But how you gonna sit here and your aim looks like this? Your opinion, like how an input is actually valid in any way, right? If you were popping off to a certain degree, like if you're popping off untouchable in your games, right? Go ahead, make your argument. What am I gonna say? You're shit. But how you gonna sit here with like and do stuff like that and just talk all this shit on an input device because you're probably getting dumped on every game? And then what I don't understand even more is like, even if you're good in popping off every game and you're not dying to anybody regardless, then what do you even care about aim assist, keyboard and mouse for if you're just better than everybody, right? But I just want to make like kind of like just, you know, a little fun video just kind of ragging on people talking a bunch of shit about a bunch of random shit. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Strolling through the city, drop 150, make a couple tracks, and then my album almost done. Man, I'm working every night because my future's so uncertain. Dropping album after album like the shit's too hot. Hold up, no simile necessary, my shit actually hot. Yeah, I see you when